sound test, please. Yeah, it's a great intro. We love that, don't we? So, very manly. Good. Yeah, sounds great. Okay, good. Uh, Hang on. You see, well, we got picture. That's great. We got picture. You see, the problem here is like the past 1 hour, you come with this gold cell signals all the time. And the thing is, if you don't pay attention to it, like when it comes, I always do this on the chart. I change time frames, okay? Because the thing is, if it's not a stable signal, you don't see it disappear again unless you do this. Go to the H4 hour and back to the 1 hour. And you see the signal is not there. Even it said 11:21, there's a signal, but it's fake. It's fake news. Goddamn Trump. Jesus. He's everywhere. Trump is everywhere. All right. Enough about Trump. Anyway, so we need to do that until Paul Bond is changing this. Or I think it's a good thing because it tells you if the signal is really true or not. So I can just do this test. Okay, it's not a good signal. It's a fake signals. Yeah. Sorry, Alan. I know you're not a fan of Trump. Neither are we. Yeah, but Paul, just keep in mind, I like the fact that I can test if it's a real signal or not, if it's stable or not. So just keep that in mind. All right. Anyway, let's get back to the gold because I really want to trade the gold. I really want to make a sell. I want to get down and test this 20 area again, 1620. And my feelings are a little mix of it. But I think we will at least test this area here. I mean, this area, we should be testing this Fibonacci level here. Um, According to my analysis, um, when I hope it will be now. But the problem is, it's a mixed signal all the time. So right now, the hurricane is doing a really, really good job. I mean, a really good job. Let's look at this one here. You see, the hurricane has actually pulled me off to take a trade because this is poor bullshit. I mean, we could take the trade and do some short trades and make some short money. That's fine. But if you don't have the time to watch it like I do every minute, you'll be what you call what is it called? Stopped out. You know, at some point, unless you use the trade manager and it will manage for you and it will be a longer trade. But this is a short-term trade only. I'm waiting for the real longer term trade. Uh, and if you look at this one here now on the 5 minute, we have a good opportunity here. But then again, it's just not stable even across the trigger. It's just not stable. If you look on the 1 hour here, it's yet not stable. It doesn't come down. The yellow and the red markers here, the lines, just don't pull down. So we can't take a longer term trade yet. And the same thing with hurricane. It's the same signal. I just like to use this still because I'm used to it before I got really used to use hurricane. Anyway, um, there's no momentum. And if there's no momentum, even we go a little bit down here by here, it doesn't make the right choice to pick the trade because there's no momentum. It's just dead. It's just put dead. And even it says sell 88%, everything is red. I mean, everything is red. Red, 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 red. Red, 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 red. And now it's a little green here. 5 minute. Doesn't matter. We can't take the trade. Simple as that. We need to keep and focus on the rules we have. All right. Everything has to match. On a short term, if you look at it all the time, you can do it. But if you go away for 10 minutes or you lose like connection like Paul do, well, it sucks, right? Yeah, exactly, Paul. It's really not a good treat unless we get that green momentum. And that's why I haven't taken the trade yet because I don't see any momentum here. Even everything else matches up and we had all this red at a few times and that was good and everything down here was red, but we don't have the momentum. And that's why we see this small pullbacks all the time. So well, we could have made some pipes today if we took it here, but it's really not worth it, isn't it? It's not worth it. So I will not recommend taking a gold trade, even sell or buy yet. That will be too dangerous. What I'm waiting for, as I use both Trading View and Hurricane, I'm waiting to see those yellow and red lines here crossing down on the purple trigger. If it does that, I have another indication that okay, now it's more safe to take the trade. And then I look at Hurricane and I will for 99% sure see some green momentum here. Okay. But until that, I'm not touching it. Even I want to. I'm so badly want to go in and just say, okay, well, it happened or it doesn't happen. But this is about doing the right thing and not be impulsive and do stupid things. Okay. So I just want to say that I was sure that for 5 minutes ago that we might see some good movement down, but we don't. It's just stuck here at this level, and it's dangerous. It could go both ways. So that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Paul. It could be a head and shoulders. That's true. And then especially if you look at, well, let's see here. I can pull it bigger. Oh, this is so weird. I'm using the MT4 Hurricane. I'm using this. Sometimes I even get confused. Wait, it was not the one I want. I want the 5 minute actually. Uh, why can't I set it to be? Wait, what? So the head and shoulders. I'm not an expert. This is actually Paul's thing. Yeah, you posted on the feed the head and shoulders. We can actually just pull that up quickly. That's in the forums, and you call it. What did you call it? Chat chart patterns, right? I'm not an expert in this stuff because I really don't care about it. I read charts. That's it, and I have a lot of success with that, and of course the use of the indicator. Wait, head and shoulders patterns. Here we have it. Let's pull it up here. So that's true. And we can actually do this. So we have both. And now my phone is calling because my girlfriend want to spend more money. But she can't do that until I get in a gold trade. That's it. So let's look at this. Yeah. Oh, actually, it's important. I forgot. Because I told her to buy me a microphone and a webcam because I'm sick of these headphones. So I should actually check the call, but you have to wait. Anyway, head and shoulders. Look at the one in the activity feed. Isn't it this one here? No? 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 Are we not looking at this? Oh, wait. Hang on, guys. I gotta take this call quick. That's the man himself. Nå, men kan jeg så ikke bare bestille den, og så til afhentning der? Jamen, I er jo i Næstved nu. Nå, den er... Nå, okay, fint nok. Ja, så må jeg bare bestille den. Super. Hej, jeg er lige... Hej. Alright, sorry about that. That was Danish, if you didn't know. And Danish is a weird language. It's like having a potato in your mouth when you speak. So, Paul, can you just put it up on the feet so I can see what it is. Uh, Swords of gold. Yeah, here we got something. And I wish this box was not here. Can you do something with that? Can you delete it? Get gone with it? It's messing up the. You see? It's bad. Even if I do full screen, it's still bad. Bad. It's bad. Bad, bad, bad. Bad box. Bad box. I don't want it. Okay. So, right. Head and shoulders. Right here. Head and shoulders. Makes sense. We have the bottom here and the head. Because here's the head, the bottom, and the next is head. So clearly, yes, we could look into an uptrend at some point. Shoulders, head. Yeah, that's what I said, right? The bottom is shoulders, right? The top is the head, right? Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. Wrong. That's what I said. I was wrong. Like I said, I'm not an expert in those stupid things. I mean, first up is shoulder. Which one are we looking at? This one here? The shoulders, yes. Second is head. Third up is shoulder. Shoulder, yeah. Third. One, two, three. Oh, this is so. Jesus. One, two, three. One, two, three. No, it doesn't matter because really, I mean, you have those. I mean, yeah, you. I mean, you. My thing is, I don't need to know what this is called because I really don't care about it. Like I said, I'm reading the chart, and I can tell by looking at this. This is a. This is a height. This is the top of something, right? Yeah. And I like to keep it simple, not using special fancy words what things are because I really don't care about it. Yeah, I know. Look at it, so accurate. It is. It really is. It is. So Paul have this fantasy. It's not a fantasy, but that's what he thinks. Have been thinking for a long time now. For what, Paul, a week that we will see a bullish uptrend, right? And he might be right, and I think that too as well. But at this moment, no, not yet. Maybe on Wednesday, if the Fed new the what's it called, the Federal Reserve is coming out when coming out, might be a bullish uptrend. Yeah. Anyway, I can't stand looking at this because it makes me I get OCD. I get something. This box is pissing me off. Okay, let's get back. uh, okay. Anyway, so my point was don't take the trade yet. That's it. Shoulders are hit, doesn't matter, just don't take the trade yet. Okay? Any questions? I mean, I'm not the typical, what you call, analyst or mentors. First of all, my language is like, I'm a fucking Viking. I am what I am. I speak like, yeah, just open mind. I just speak what I think. So that's the thing. That's why every time we make videos, I put the audience to 18 plus. Oh, that's funny. There are three chart patterns there. A bearish, then a W. Yeah, and if you joined the stream, Paul, you could actually take over this part of the explanation, right? Yeah, that would be better. Well, I already sent you an invite, didn't I? Wait. I need to send it to you on the HF Trader chat. Uh, Here it is. Yep, there you got it. Alan, are you still with us? That's good. Uh, let's see. 7 a.m. All right. But you're not at your home or what? You you are you at the office or what? Okay. Ah, I see. All right. What bugs do you hate? What? Bugs? What bugs do I hate? I don't know. Ah, well, that's the bugs on our. Wait, you know, wait. Uh, Shit. Like when you click on anything here, let's see, when you click like this, I hate these bugs over here because when I want to make the image bigger, the box cover it, you know? So that box I don't like. I hate that box. The box is stupid. Yep. Well, Paul, you need to not log in as an admin. You need to use the. Let me just send you the link to the mail, right? Send invite via email. You need to use it as you're not logged in with the Vimeo admin. You can't do that. I sent you an email invite. And here comes the gold cell signal again. But I bet it's gone again. Yep. Just click on the email invite link and make sure you don't log in with the email you are an admin of. Okay? Oh, here comes again. And it's stable maybe now? Maybe it's stable. We will have to wait. See if it's stable. Let's check. What do we see? Oh, maybe this is the time. Maybe we're lucky now. Wait a second. So as soon as I start trying to stream, that's because, wait, hang on. Try now. Oh, you're not even in the room. You're not in the room. You see, you're not in the room. You're not in the room. You're not green. You're not here. Okay? You need to be in here. Just use the link I sent you. Okay? I sent you an email to this email, a link. Hmm, weird. Maybe I will remove. Wait, no. Wait, what? Why does Paul always have complication? Remove, yes, remove him. Add a new one. Paul. Send invite. Email. There we go. Okay. All right. Hang on, guys. All right. I guess you can't get it to work. Apparently. Maybe. I don't know. Huh. Anyway, we have a stable cell signal as of now, and it's really trying. It's doing its hardest to break this 5 minute area. And on a 1 hour, we still have a little bit. You see those two here? Those two blue dots where I try to break down them? It can't. So, what I'm thinking, we have 11 minutes. If it can't break it next time, well, we're gonna go back up. That's for sure. Oh, they are? I didn't realize. Oh, they are. Yeah. But not that this arrow, this, ah, man, it just doesn't move. It's so boring. I mean, what is going on? Maybe I should just close them. I mean, it makes no sense. Well, it makes sense that the error is a barriers, of course, but in general, but I mean, you should probably close them. Wait, let me check this over here fast. Arrow chef. Yeah, doesn't look quite good. I mean, on the 1 hour it looks good, but the thing is, I went in too late. You can say, uh, it's really not a, but it was an accident. Uh, but still, it's a bad area to make mistakes, right? So the smartest thing would be to close it now. As you see, we're already on really last height here, right? So, and yeah, should probably close it. Even we have a pretty good stable momentum here, um, but it's a bad area to go in. Really bad, really bad.
Oh yes,
Oh, Paul is here now. All right.
I'm here. Yeah, I'll share my screen and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Oh, you can. Wait. Can you speak now? Can we hear you?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? It says everyone can hear me.
Paul?
Hello, 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 hello.
Paul Bond! Can we? Oh,
Yeah,
I have him mute. I have my. Oh God, I have it muted. So I can't hear.
so glad.
I can't
Okay,
think.
good.
Wait.
Okay.
Can you speak, Paul?
Yeah, I'm speaking.
Yeah, it's
Test, test,
working
test,
now.
test,
That's
test.
because I have the window muted.
Let me get to gold.
Hang on. There we go. Okay, we good.
Okay, right. So I'll share my
Yep,
screen.
you can do that.
Request. I'm requesting.
Requesting granted.
Window. Let's just do it. Screen share. Yay, me. Right, okay, so let's just flip over to the chart. I want to talk about this gold chart. So, firstly, just look at the way Hurricane Forex is highlighting this head and shoulders. Okay, you can actually see there's the first shoulder, there's the head, there's the second shoulder coming down. Okay, or actually, it could be the basis of the shoulder here. So, this might just be part of the head. But look at this again. Look at the bottom, how it's highlighting where the bottom of that shoulder, if this doesn't break properly down, which we can see that you're right about the momentum, there's no momentum there. See that red there? If it doesn't break properly down, then it's just bounced back up probably to somewhere around this level, or maybe sort of the 11.8%, but it will bounce back up.
It will eventually.
It goes
Yeah.
down. So it really, this level is so key. The other thing you remember that I said about how it likes things like to hang around and bounce in this green hashed area, and you can see how it got halfway. It's no coincidence that it's sitting halfway between and it can't seem to break up or down at the moment. But I also wanted to show you some other chart patterns that are going on this chart, because there's quite a few. There's one here. There's a double bottom here, or some people call it a W. Again, look at how the Dotchian, those dots there, those Dotchian dots show it really nicely, and you can see the clear breakup. And you see there's hardly any signals from the Hurricane Forex indicator. That's because it was in a downtrend, so it can't confirm that that is a break that's actually going to make any progress until you get to sort of here. And so it's out of safety. It doesn't take that buy at that point, but it does take this sell because it does take that sell. But let's look again. There's a pennant going on here. So this is so there's a pennant there. You see how the look at how it bounces off the green hashed area again. Okay, do you know what I said about how this area is just where it bounces and it pauses? Look at the pennant there. Okay, so you see you've got this bearish, a big down, big up, and it just keeps bouncing and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And then when it breaks this level into this area, it's a really powerful move. And normally it's the same length as this here, will be at roughly the same length as that there. And that's called a bearish pennant. And you can see by the way it bounces flat, gets smaller and smaller, and then eventually it goes. It's just chart pattern history, apart from this mess here, but that's all news. So I know DS doesn't like chart patterns history, but that's pretty cool. There's lots of this is chart pattern heaven. If you like patterns, this is the one for you. But you can see how powerful the Dotchian channels are at showing you where these patterns are happening, and these likely, look at how it bounced down here. There's the Dotchian channels here, and then it bounces up here, and there's a start of a new, and then you've got this nice sell signal off of it, and you can see how the 50 period Heikin Ashi is moving bearish. And you can see the 200 starting to pull that way, and then the momentum indicator starting to show bearish momentum. So this is really a deciding point for this pair. If it fails to get any more if it fails to get any momentum here and doesn't break this level and just hangs around here and bounces, okay, and it might not move till FOMC on Wednesday, which I think is Wednesday. I haven't checked, but if FOMC is what on Wednesday evening, UK time, it might just sit here like this, just wobbling along, waiting for FOMC. If we get some a green candle, green in this momentum indicator, then we can see this break, and then it will go down to here, which I know is what Stefan was talking about. If you've got a big stop on it, you'll be all right. If it doesn't, and it just bounces back again, provided we get momentum to the upside, we need this to go green again. We need the 50 period moving Heikin-Ashi moving average to start turning up. Then we'll see a pullback, either to go to here, so it'll either go up to sort of this level, or it could go up to here and then down again, or it could break that and go that way, which would be really horrible because it would ruin my head and shoulders completely. And I'd be really annoyed. I'd be calling the White House and going, "Excuse me, do you mind ruining my chart patterns?" But at the moment, this is really indecision, and you can see as well. You can see it in the Heikin-Ashi candles. Look, that there looks like indecision. And the other thing to remember is that sometimes they'll break this level, make it look like they're breaking the level, but all they're going to do is come back, stop a load of people out, because then they can get some liquidity to go further down. So you get that quite a lot. So for instance, let's look at this. It actually happened here. So here's the big rally. There's a big rally up here. It pulls down, and look, there's the congestion. It pulled back halfway to there to get some more liquidity, and then it went into a big run up.
Yeah,
So you get
can
the
I?
same thing going in here. Yeah, go ahead.
That huge bullish trend we have down there, right? If you go back with your mouse.
Yeah, yeah. So we're talking about here.
Yeah, at the start. Yeah, exactly. The thing is,
Yeah,
that's why I'm still using TradingView, because I don't have a signal there. Oh, I do have it. I have everything to
yeah,
understand there is a bullish trend, of course, but I
yeah.
don't have the
Of
arrows
course,
to confirm it. That's why I'm still using
there isn't.
TradingView as well.
Okay, the reason for that is because I'm trying to keep the indicator as safe as possible in the sense that we actually don't know at this point. When we see these reversal signals, we don't know what that is. Okay, we
Hmm.
don't know if it's a signal to come up to this 50 period Heikin-Ashi and just go down again. We don't know if it's a signal that's going to do this, get to there. We we can't predict what's going to happen. It has to break through this. This is like no man's land, I call this,
Yeah,
because
that's
this
the
is right.
thing.
You know, so it powerfully breaks through there, and then we can start looking for upward for buys out of it. But it's down. When you can see that on the chart, what does it look like? You can't see any of this, so it just looks like a downtrend.
Uh-huh.
It just looks like a reversal on the downtrend, like it failed that. Look, you see how it failed that level, so you might get just a double top. You don't know what's there. That's the issue. However, the good thing is if you're a more advanced trader, you could take that as long as you know, and especially if you're using the EA, you could take that
Yeah, I
without a
did.
problem because you'd be safe probably around here. Your trades would go safe anyway, so you'd make money on it. But again, it's trying to make an indicator that's not going to trap people who are new into that sort of trade where it doesn't do that because we are predicting the future based on the past. So yeah.
Well, that's a good thing.
Oh look, this is one of mine. Look. Ooh, what am I in? Dollar CAD. I only went in this about an hour ago. 2 hours ago. Dollar
What is
CAD's
that?
halfway to its first target.
Oh, is that on your pound account?
Yeah, this is my Sterling account.
Oh,
This
okay.
is one of my
It's
live
just too
accounts.
small here
So
because I'm not on the main side. I'm just here, so I can barely see it.
yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean this is an interesting. So look how you've got multiple bounces off this. Look at the Dochian showing this multiple bounces off the bottom there. We had congestion. We had the usual pullback. So we've got a tiny rally. Hang on. We've got a little rally. Then we've got the pullback to get some liquidity. It did it again, and it just sat around. This was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There was obviously some news here. It's still in this bearish downtrend, then we get this, and I was talking about crossing no man's land and how it crossed across here with the 50 periods already moving towards the 200 period, and I started seeing there. Look at the momentum in that candle. You can see it's gone green.
Hmm.
There's the buy signal. There was momentum in it. I could see there was momentum in it, and I got in it because it's quite a neat and tidy. There goes the next candle. In fact, you can see it's even higher now. So it has actually moved out of this downtrend pretty much. There was only a little downtrend, but it actually has moved out of it into an uptrend. And this, the beautiful thing about the Dotchin is you just can see these levels really clearly. Look at that. Levels, levels, all the way down. You can see the levels coming in. So I'm thinking that in the next couple of hours, this will probably hit the first TP, and that will basically means that all the other trades will be moved safe if I don't lose my internet.
Yeah.
I do need to get this EA sitting on a server somewhere.
But oh,
I have actually got a spare server, so yeah.
I was thinking,
I mean, we've got.
is there a delay here
Yeah.
when we speaking?
There might be because I'm using the Wi-Fi on my phone at the moment.
Oh,
What it is, I've moved into this fantastic new office, but they've got me on the guest Wi-Fi, and they've given. I'm just waiting for them to give me the proper Wi-Fi that I'm supposed to be using, but I'm hoping it hasn't got a firewall, otherwise I'm going to have to get a VPN or something. But yeah, I mean, you've got every way you look at this. This is moving to an uptrend. So even if you just drew a line down there, yeah,
just a
just to show
trend
you
line.
that downtrend, just a
Yeah.
trend line, simple trend line. There's a simple. That's as beautiful as anything. Simple trend line. You see how it just lost interest. Look, there's a lot of. Do you see that there? There's a lot of lack of momentum, and even here, you see, even though we've got a little bit of bearish momentum, it's not very strong. You can tell by the size of those little candle things hanging
Yeah.
off the bottom of that 200 period moving. Heikin-Ashi, and look how it goes into here. So it's a slightly risky trade because of the fact that we haven't got a lot of momentum, but then it looks like it's building. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I gotta stop you
It
here.
looks
I gotta stop you
okay.
because now we have actually a movement we was waiting for on gold
Oh, gold. Let's have a look.
because we are probably getting a bullish trend now. We're testing
There it
the
goes. Yeah,
area.
yeah. You can see how it's just, and see how accurately Hurricane Forex has popped it up. In terms of we can read that momentum indicator, and it's just bear. It's not. There's no strength in it. Bearish. So, and also you can even see with the Heikin-Ashi candles, you see those indecision candles where you have tails either side. So if you've got a strong move bearish, you'll see you've got these candles with no tails at the top. And the same when you get an uptrend, you get big upward move, you get no tails at the bottom. So when we're looking at this, we look at this tiny. See, there's a little bit of momentum, and then this break, that candle hits, bang, you're down, and you might sort of hang back a couple of candles just to make sure it is going, and then you get this strong bearish momentum in play, and then it can't keep up with it. And you see also how the momentum candles, it starts moving upwards. It's like it's saying, I haven't got the momentum to carry on down. So yeah, I agree that this may be the point. Okay, there's two things that might happen. Well, a few things that might happen. So let's say they've just pulled this down to trap people. So they'll pull back here for some more liquidity and then go. All right. So, and they could probably bounce it somewhere across the. That's a really good point. Look how hard that's going to be to kill. They've got to get through that fib level, and they've got to get through the 50 period Heikin-Ashi as well. Each one, whenever you see anything like, and the 200 period as well, it's got to get through three things to establish a new uptrend.
Yeah.
To move into that, it's a big job. It is a big job. Whatever shifts that is going to shift it with power. So if we get a buy signal on there, that's very interesting because it probably will at least go to the 11.8%, if not most of the way up to this area here. But it's got to, because it has to work so hard to do it. Whenever
But
we've
also,
got
I want to point
mathematical
out now,
barriers.
now at my time is 12 o'clock, so we have something going on in the market always at 12 o'clock. That would be you 11
Yeah,
o'clock. Uh,
yeah,
and the reason I pointed out is because I got the signal on the trading view as well. But again, it can be a false signal.
yeah. I need confirmation.
Yeah, and
I need
that's
a
the whole
signal on
point
Heikin.
right now. We need the real confirmation.
We need those confirmations. The whole thing about they say two or three confirmations and you're in. If you're just trying to trade normally, of course we don't do any normal trading here. We're looking at, it's like putting a lens on the top of the market and going, we can see what's going on in the market, even though and as long as you follow the rules and you go, yeah, I've got a signal, but have I got momentum? Is it in the right place? Is it going to go? You can end up with some really great trades.
Yeah.
like my dollar CAD sitting here. It
Yeah.
follows the rules, so
Oh, you're
it's
in dollar
outside the no
CAD as
man's land. Yeah, it's outside the no man's land. It's broken that, so it's actually come from here, worked its way all across here. It's not stuck in this green hashed area. That means, and it's broken that, so the chances are it's going to actually go all the way up to where the 23.6% is. And look how accurately the EA has plotted things. So the EA uses the same calculations. You see how it look? It's aimed, that final trade is sitting at that top there.
well.
It's
Yeah.
also just below the 23.6% fib. Um, so we're probably going to see something like this. I don't know how accurate this is going to be, but I reckon it's going to go up here. It's going to bounce there, perhaps up to there, bounce there, and up to there, and get the profit if it carries on. If it doesn't get broken by FOMC on Wednesday, pieces.
What is what did what wait, I can't see, but what is it the stop loss on your on this one?
Uh, on this one on mine, it is sitting at 1 point. Just have a look. What is it? Dollar CAD. Dollar CAD is sitting at, stop is 1.35853.
That's the same as mine.
Yeah, it depends when you get in the trade, of course. It'll more or less work out the
So it's
same,
like
but you've
40
got good
pipes,
size stop
right?
loss.
No, it's more. Oh
Yeah,
wait.
yeah.
It's 40 pipes.
It's only 40 pips. It's not a lot, but it looks like miles.
Uh,
um, but there's some really good levels there. There's this level here. See that, actually look at the way that the fib levels for this week have been calculated based on that. Look, it's
mhm.
exactly in the same line. So that shows you a strong point of bouncing there. So it takes your first take profit and then it bounces off that. So, and then there's your second one. Look at this. Look at it again. The maths all works out. There's the Dochian channel there. Look where the take profit is. It's actually on that Dochian channel below the last week's fib level.
Yeah.
And technically, okay, I can tell you mathematically, that's just a happy coincidence because they are calculated slightly differently. So the whole thing is based on like Fibonacci maths, and also you're looking at ATR and looking at loads and loads of different things in the code to work out mathematically where the likely places are for your take profits and your stop losses.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, shocking,
Shocking indeed.
shocking indeed. But there's some really nice trades going on, so just got to wait. It's just slow. Come on, you want to. It's like it's like when you first start trading and something goes in your direction, you start screaming at the chart. Eventually, you start sitting there. Come on, I'll go and have another coffee. Especially something like this where it's only got an ATR of 17 pips. It's not going to be mega quick. It's not going to be quick, unless
True.
of course something happens. You know.
But I'm still confused about, but that's probably because your entry is different than mine.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Uh,
all it is. The entry's different.
Still, you said it's 40 pipes. SO. Stop
Uh,
loose.
40 pipes. Let me have a little look. Pips. I love it when you say pipes.
Yeah, I like pipes.
Actually, it's
Like a pipe,
47 pipes.
like what?
47 pips is 47
47?
pips stop. Yeah,
47. Ah,
yeah,
I swear, because we have almost
yeah.
the same entry.
That's true. It's just the maths that it uses to calculate it. Um, and it's really cool how all my trades are placed with the EA, which will be coming out for it. Well, it's already on the MetaTrader 5 store, but I don't. Hopefully, nobody will buy it because I'm a bit concerned about them not giving me the money. So, but you always get 2-to-1 risk reward with the
Yep,
EA. It automatically does all that. It works it all out and places the trades for you with that risk reward, and that's perfect.
it
It's a really
is.
good way of structuring your trades. This is
Well,
a nice one as well.
maybe it's just because when you use the EA, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
little thing that's annoying me is the fact that now we have this trend calculator stop and take profit as well. But it's good also that you can just, if you want to take
sure, sure.
manual trade as well, if you can call
Yeah,
it that now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, if you want to do, if you wanted to
And you
take a
can
manual
manage the
trade on
EA
this one,
as well.
You can just do that and measure it. It's fine. It's cool.
Uh,
It's all good. Yeah, I'm not in this dollar Swiss only because I'm in dollar CAD and I don't really want to be in too many trades in the same thing. There's
I went
there's no point.
accidentally in the Eros shift. Lapa, lapa, lapa. Yeah. How do
It's
you
funny.
say that? I call it just. I mean, you say. Oh my god. You call it Swift. Why do you call it Swift?
Swift.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, you did not. What did you call
So
it?
this is this is very tempting.
Switzerland. Switzerland.
Sweet. Did I say sweet? No.
You said
Oh,
yeah, Swift,
swish.
Swift, Swift.
Swish. Okay.
Jesus Christ, you
All right.
American and UK people, Britain people, the UK. Jesus, American and the British people and their English.
And it drives you nuts.
Yep.
I think
Anyway,
Alan's.
that one,
Oh,
the
he's back.
Aero
Okay.
Swift, right?
Cool. Okay. I mean, this is again one showing the rules. We've got momentum, bullish momentum. It's cross. The 50 period Heikin-Ashi is across. It's come across the no man's land, so to speak. Everything's going into a buy, and you've got a big buy candle there, and it's just a nice, gentle, slow progression. Top target's probably that over there. It looks so much like the other one anyway, the dollar cat, doesn't it? Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks so much like dollar cad. They're like sisters, aren't they? Except dollar cad. You see, one of the thing about dollar Swiss has already broken that. Okay, it's already done a bit of work. This one is still working on it, so this one's got still more potential, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, I'm just laughing because I have mistyped something.
Okay, let's look at the chat. I learned neg by sluff
And
at
you
an
know
age of 4.
how to
Lol.
that word, right? I didn't
Sorry?
mean to type that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Need to get some coffee or a drink or something.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Anyway, the gold is
Gold,
having.
always believing. It's not really doing anything, is it?
It's not. It's not
It's
worth today.
it's just no. It's got to be. I've got to see a proper break of that green line there. I've got to see a proper this 50 period Heikin-Ashi start moving like that.
Hmm.
You see that there, where that turns up like that. I want to see this. I want to see a confirmation. I don't. This is like gambling. If you took a buy there, that's gambling because you don't know what it's going to do because your history. If we just scroll back a little bit, is that downtrend. How can you even think about taking a long when it's when it's in a downtrend like that? And it's been
Well,
in a
I did.
downtrend for one, two, you know. Well, you did because you're an expert, but yeah, there's this. You can
Yeah.
see how clear the downtrend. There's the start of your downtrend on that candle there, and it broke down there, and then we got one. It was in a downtrend for 9 days, about 10 days. And what's really interesting is look at the formation of this. Look at this, right? Okay, look at the entrance to that downtrend. You see how you've got this M shape. Let me just draw that. So we've got this big rally up, then we've got this M shape where it made two. That's a double top there. Then we've got congestion, and then we've got a big signal, and then a big break into a downtrend. And look how beautifully you see the momentum building there. You can see the Dotchian channel coming down behind it in that big break. And then they had to kind of recover from it because that was a great big move. So they have to faff around and stop people out to get liquidity. Then there was some news, and they carried on down. And look at the reversal back into that uptrend was followed by like this. Look at it. Same thing. It got to this green hashed area, and then we got this double bottom like that, and now we're into this into a head and shoulders reversal. So this uptrend may be a bit short lived. We need to wait and see what's going to happen. I think it's indecision time basically. But it's really interesting how you keep seeing these shapes again: double bottom, head and shoulders. If that's the second shoulder there, then we'll we might see that go bang. If that's not, and that is actually the head there, that bit of congestion there.
Yeah.
I don't know. The market has to tell me what to do with it, and the market ain't telling me at the moment. All it's telling me is go and get some coffee, have a little sandwich,
Yeah,
watch
go get
TV.
coffee. We hear that
You
all the
know,
time.
yeah, that's all there is because you can't rush the markets. They do what they want when they want. I mean, I suspect something might kick off about half 1 o'clock, 1:30, something like that. I don't know. Let's have a look at the news. Let's go to the forum. News coming up is. Go on, give me a red one. There's just nothing today at all, is there really? There's some French news. That's nothing to do with us. What's that? Dollar is what we're really interested in. Chicago PMI. Sometimes, if it's a big surprise, might do something, but really, it's going to be a bit of a quiet day. I think tomorrow, a bit of a quiet day. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. Canadian S&P. Okay, there's a little bit of Canadian at 1:30, and then 2 o'clock. Yeah, tomorrow is quite a little bit more interesting in terms of news. Let's just check what's happened on Wednesday. Is Wednesday? Is it FOMC in the evening? There's German unemployment. Yeah, it's going to be a rocky day Wednesday. National employment 12.15 for ADT. National employment. But the question is here, 6 o'clock Wednesday evening. If you have trades on, make sure that the stop's inside the entry, okay, or you're out of them, because this can really rock the market. This is the Feds, which is what I suggested. I wonder if we've got non-farm payrolls on Friday as well. US export sales. 12. I don't know what day I'm on now. Normally we will get non-farm payrolls as well.
Oh, you mean on this
S&P
Friday?
this yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Is that no? That's not it. There it is. Non-farm payrolls. So you normally get the first week of the month. You get two major events. Okay, one is the Fed on Wednesdays, and then on the Friday of the first time of the month. And sometimes they don't do it because they like to catch us out. You'll get non-farm payrolls, and those two events are the major events, news events of the month, and they will shift the market, and they can stop you out very, very quickly if you're in. If you're in a trade that's 10 pips in profit, I'd close it because it ain't gonna survive. You know,
Yeah.
especially the Feds, because they always surprise people and the markets can go crazy. Be safe, watch your risk. It's better to, there's more trades. The thing is to remember is always more trades around the corner, especially with the Hurricane Forex indicator. There's more signs of trades. So, you know, in those big news events, why sit there and get stopped out? And, you know,
Yeah.
when,
I mean,
you
this
know,
was just the goal, the 5K challenge, you know. So I will
yeah. No,
only
I
in
mean,
this one here
exactly.
just
I
reading the
mean,
goal.
the way to trade news, right? Okay, I'll show you some. Okay, look at this. There's a whipsaw here. There it is. Okay, so we're in a downtrend anyway, but there's a whipsaw there. All right, you can see that's got big candle, two big tails. So what will happen is that would have been some news, and that would have caused a whipsaw. So you don't trade it. You wait for this. You wait for the signal afterwards, and that's what you're getting on. Because so in the next hour's signal, we could have got this nice sell down there into this little tiny downtrend. It's not a big downtrend. Why is it not a big downtrend? Simple. It's stuck in this red hashed area again. It's Euro Aussie. It's stuck. It ain't going anywhere. So even if you did take this, it's a bouncy up and down job. It's a swing trade basically. It's a bit
Yeah,
of
it
a
is.
sort of swing trade. That's all it is. It's a bouncy swing trade, and that's why you see a lot of buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. I'm not a great swing trader myself.
Oh, I love swing trading actually.
You know, I prefer this.
Mm.
I prefer that. This is a really classic Hurricane Forex chart. You see how there's another head and shoulders there, and it's stuck in that green area, so it ain't going anywhere. Then we get a breakout on that signal. You start seeing it breaking out. You see how the Dotchian's moving down. Then that one is the one I'm really interested in because you can see how there's much more. Even here, you can see how the momentum's like there's hardly any of it. There's not a lot of momentum, and then here it starts building, and then we've got this nice downtrend in play. Then there's another pullback, and if that pullback respects the 50 period Heikin-Ashi moving average will go down there. So the next signal, I'll be in that. I will, because it will go down at least to the 61.8% if it bounced back. That is a pretty chart, very, very clear. It's not a mess. If you get charts that are a mess, it's a sure sign we shouldn't be trading here.
Yeah.
So again, you've got quite a clear chart here, and you see how after this buy, there's literally no signals there until there, and you can see there's a bearish pennant. You can see that same thing where you get a flat bottom like that, and then it breaks the bottom of that, and off we go into a downtrend. That's why I like these chart signal things. You can spot them.
Yeah.
But it's like, my rule is to always trade out of these green areas, the red area up there and green area down here. So here, just being very careful of it. You see this big move, and you start seeing this big. See how the momentum. Look at the momentum, right? It's tiny. There's no momentum there at all. Nothing. So you ignore that one because there's no momentum, and then you see this big momentum candle come in on that candle with the signal, and you go, that's pretty. I'll have that. I will. And then you look how it just goes up here. It gets to halfway between there. Oh, funnily enough, that matches the Dochian channel from back here. That's a strange thing, isn't it? That it actually pulled back, bounces off the Dochian channel, pulls back. There's another trade there. There's your second trade, and then you're up into wide open. So I like trading into empty areas because it's really cool because you don't know where it's going to stop. Yeah, and then you start seeing this bearish pennant, and off you go. So once you start seeing the patterns in the charts, that will help. And look how it's a little picture of a little dove, a little bird there. There's his eyes. It's got little wings. You see the way the 50 period, in seriousness, the 50 period Heikin-Ashi is moving quite quickly that way, and it breaks through there. So the next thing, this will come together, probably cross, and then we're in the downtrend. Simples. See that this is just why don't you wouldn't trade this chart? Okay, CAD Swiss. The reason you wouldn't trade it, although it's an uptrend. Look at the indecision in those candles. Do you know what I mean? It's not like there's a solid blue section like that. It's just indecision all the time, even though there's momentum, bullish momentum. It's just indecision in the candles. It's like they're waiting for something, and I suggest that will pull back down there at some point. It just gets stuck. But you can avoid trading this stuff because, firstly, look at the ATR, 9 pips. That ain't going anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. Why suffer with it unless it suddenly goes boom, and then then you're going to get up to the 61. I bet that's no. Look at it. Look, what's that? 40 pips. It's not worth trading.
Nope.
Not worth trading. This is quite. This is quite a neat thing. But again, you're talking about that. That's the problem with it. Right now, there's no momentum in that, and it'll probably just bounce off there and come back because they want to go and get some liquidity from back here. It is in an uptrend, but again, without that momentum there, you want to stay out of it. This is nice. See, if you get into that trade, even though you got into that trade on this candle, your stop's down here. So even though they're pulling back for liquidity, and they might pull back again for liquidity, you've still got to that area, which probably means you're going to be safe. But it's quite a look at bounce there. Same story. It just used the hurricane indicator to see it. Hello, what's going on here? Oh, this one's safe already. Look, New Zealand yen. Is that
I was
safe
looking
already?
at that one today. We had, I think we had a buy signal.
Oh, somebody's placed 2 trades on the same thing. That'll be me.
Yeah,
I've
you're
made a
not very
cock up.
clever.
Look. No, I had one trade in here on Friday. No, one trade back here on Friday. I think is what. I don't know what. Don't look at that. Don't look at that chart, please. Please
Well,
don't look at
it's
that
good
chart.
to see even the smart one is making mistakes.
I do. I make. Oh, let's see what's. How have I got? Yeah, I've got 2 New Zealand yens on. Look, what an Egypt. Oh no, I know why. This one is actually um, only I got the wrong lot size because I was testing it, so I'll leave it there. Whatever, that's
That
fine.
account
So
is
that's why,
dead in a few
yeah,
hours. Don't worry about it.
yeah, it's because I was testing it, but that's fine. It's only a 0.01 lot size. It's about as exciting as watching paint dry.
Anyway,
So this, yeah,
if I can ask you something,
sure,
because we all know all this guru Gale, holy shit Gale thing, and everybody speaks about it, right? And
yeah,
everybody have their own opinion about something. We know it
like the
from,
holy grail of trading.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and everybody have their opinion and their, what you say, like, speak of what is real and what is not real and what is good and what
yeah.
is
YouTube is full of it.
full of it. And also, I
Full
have
of
to
it.
say, a lot of the more, what you can say, professional sides, mentor sides, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it, says the same, right? But
Hmm.
in my experience, for the past, what, at least, how many years have I been trading? 12 years since I started my journey with trading, right? But only the last maybe 4 or 5 years I've been really active in trading. I try a lot of indicators and stuff. And
Yeah.
like I told you once, this is the best. That's why I
Oh,
actually went into looking into it for real and started using it, spent a lot of time in it, and also ran it, and then eventually I bought it of you, of course,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
it is the best. And I have probably
Oh,
been using 20, 25, 30 maybe
oh yeah. Yeah.
indicators.
Oh,
But
I
I
hear
like
you.
to
I hear
test
you.
things. It was a thing for me to test all kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what makes you think this is? I mean, why did you even made it?
I
What
think I
did?
made it because I was frustrated. I've had
Yeah,
10 years, 15 years of this, and I've been writing. I wrote a lot of expert advisors because I believed that you could actually automate trading. And I've had some that worked very well for about 6 to 8 months. And then markets would change their behavior. And that's the problem. And that's the problem with them is that you'd have an EA that worked really, really well. And then suddenly the market would change its behavior because of like a war or something. Things wouldn't behave in the way you expected anymore. Like, you know, currencies that hardly moved at all suddenly started moving really rapidly. Um, but I think for me, I wanted to find something that gave you such a clear view. This is the whole idea behind this, is to give you such a clear review of the markets that when you get a signal off it, you can actually evaluate it yourself. But you have to take in the context of what's going on in the world, like our latest prime minister quitting, or which happens quite a lot, to be fair, or CAD yen. Um, I just wanted to
oh,
make something pretty cool that really helped people make money. That's all.
yeah. Yeah, I think this one is
You know?
actually doing it. I mean, I'm making money with it since I started using it. But
Yeah,
of course, we
sure.
need to say you also can lose money if you don't follow the
Yeah,
simple
of course.
basic
Even
rules.
if you do, yeah, even if you
Even
do
if you
follow the
do it,
rules,
you
there
can still
there
lose.
are times when things happen in markets that you cannot predict. Let's say, I don't know, President Biden's on a plane and it crashes and he dies. Okay, you cannot. That will cause a ruckus in the markets, and you can't predict that. You can't predict even like let's the UK Chancellor of the Exchequer, the new Prime Minister standing up and making a really stupid policy decision that completely, you know, screwed up the markets. You can't predict it; it just happens, and that's why you've got to have your right risk reward in. And risk reward is so important, more
But that's
important.
also a funny thing with the market, that because, let's say, either someone crashes in a plane or doing stupid things like whatever it is, then the market reacts to it. And honestly,
Hmm.
my humble opinion about that is bullshit. Poor bullshit.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it has
yeah. It
nothing
is.
to do with real
It
situation of
doesn't
the
really.
market.
It doesn't really.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
like
just,
when you get news events like those sorts of events. I can tell you exactly what happens. You get a big move in the market, and then it'll just move back to fair price, which is
yeah.
you know and as you know, every currency has a fair price. It's the price it's supposed to be at if everything was equal, and it always moves back to that. And I think the 200 period moving average actually has a lot to do with that. what is the fair price? The fair price of the currency is where it should be. So you get that's why you get these big whipsaws, don't you? And then you get a rally in that direction, and then it just gives up and comes back again
Yep.
because there's no. And the only things that cause big moves in the market that stick are things like quantitative easing. So like so basically printing money. So and I remember this because I lost a trade once quite badly years and years and years and years ago when I was in an uptrend in sterling, GBP USD, and they decided to introduce like billions of pounds of quantitative easing. So it's printing money, and of course if you've got £100 and it's worth $100 and you suddenly print 200 more pounds, the value of the pound's now gone down by a huge amount in under 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that really does affect the price of a currency. Quantitative easing is terrible. It's a stupid thing to do. But that's my humble opinion, having seen them do it over years, and it hasn't really helped with anything. So yeah, it's really interesting. But the thing about this is, I don't want it to be like we're the gurus, we know everything, in the sense that we're just learning like everybody else. So if someone in the group spots something and goes, "Hey, why don't we do this?" and I go, "Hey, that's a great idea. Let's do it." We can improve things, then let's do it. Or if people have trade ideas that, even if they're not using the indicator, it's cool. I'm good with it. I just want to get as much information as we can from everybody, so it's like a shared experience
Exactly.
and be
Yep.
different. Be different from these other trading gurus that do my head in. Frankly, especially the ones on YouTube. Oh, good grief!
Well, yeah. YouTube is as
It's
many of
packed
them.
with. Yeah, to be honest, there are some good ones. Karen Fu, I think her name is. She's brilliant, and I think she gives a lot of really, really good advice.
Who?
Karen Fu, her name is. I think she's Chinese. She's lovely. She's brilliant, and I've
Ah,
had a bit of a chat with her.
she's not from the BK Forex.
No, no, no,
No, it's not her. Ah.
no. I don't really trust what. I don't really trust. I don't really trust anything put out by brokers.
No, no, no. This it's a site like like
Yeah,
what do you call Forex signals. She was
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
she was a speaker on CNN as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah. She's quite something. She's a really good girl. Um, yeah. This this gold is just not. It's not moving. Look, it's just sitting there.
Ah, I'm stopping looking at it for now.
Yeah, it make you depressed.
Yeah, I mean, I set my
Cool.
alarms if something happened.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Just worry
Good.
about the US cat. I need a big pool now.
We need something. We need someone somewhere to do something. It'll happen probably in a couple of hours. We'll get a big rally on something,
Oh, Alan had a
and we'll be in
question.
it. Ah, okay. I can't see the question. Look, um, where is it? There it is. Okay. Paul, when will we have the trade market? So you know from when will we have the trade market? So you know for sure. I don't understand that. So when will we have the trade market? So you know for sure. Oh, next Tuesday, USA elections. Is it really? Good grief. Okay, so that's going to be a bit of a rocker. Um, when will we have the trade market? Can you explain that a bit more? I don't know what that
Yeah, I'm a
means.
little confused about the question as well.
Yeah. Is it when will we have the? Okay, so basically the situation. I think what you're asking about is the new trade market trader thing. This thing. I think you're asking about this. Hang on, is it there? No. Where is it? It's always on my first chart. Let's just switch to Aussie CAD. This thing. The trade manager, I think, is what you're asking about. Am I right? Someone's forming a bearish pennant.
Oh,
Bullish
yeah,
pennant.
that's probably the thing he's meant. Yeah.
Oh, no, is that a bearish pennant? I think it might be. Ooh, what's that?
What?
Aussie CAD. Not on that.
Hmm.
So basically, where it's at the moment is that it is sitting here. It is actually available on the MQL5 shop, But the problem is that they're blocking all my payments at the moment. So the plan is we might, if they don't unblock like in the next 24 hours, we're probably going to be moving to a new platform to provide the indicator and the trade manager. But it won't make any difference if you've got it from the MetaTrader ones. MQL5 will still be updated with it. So that's basically it. It is available now. And you just drop it on one chart. Don't put it on all your charts. Just drop it on one chart, and it'll automatically pick up all this stuff. And then when you if you see a signal you want to place a trade, you just go here. You choose whichever one you want to do, hit it, and it says place trades. No, the only thing you have to set up is F7. F7 is the lot size, which should be a third of your total lot size. So if you're trading one lot, it should be 0.33. If you're trading 0.1 lots, it's 0.03. If you're trading smaller than that, because it will place 3 trades. But what it'll do is it'll let's try and find one. I'll find one where I've got a trade on. There's one. That doesn't matter. So what it'll do is it'll place the trade, set the stop, and then create 3 trades. And then when you hit the first target, it'll move the stop inside the entry on the other 2. That's basically what it does. And then you just sit there and wait for them to take profit, hopefully, or stop out. So yeah, like this. So when this hits the first trade, that one there, that stop will be moved up inside the entry for all 3 trades. This trade will go because it's taken profit already. And then you wait for it to hit the second and the third take profits, which are your longer term trades. So basically you leave it alone. Don't do anything with it. Just let it run. Let it stop, take profit or whatever. Don't know. That's it. Yes. So it is yeah. Good. That's it. Really. I think that answers your question. I've just got to find where there it is. No, that's the wrong one. Let's go back to the web browser. There we go. Oh, is this got a pop out function? No.
I think he's away, Alan.
Okay. Do we want to call it a day?
Well, yeah, at least for
My
now.
throat's a bit. Yeah, it'll do, won't it? There's not much going on really. I think we're 1:30. Things will start kicking off again. Oh look, what's that? What's New Zealand CAD? Sell.
We have the London
CAD
New
yen.
York Open.
Yeah, look at this though. Client. Yeah, I'm going to wait till later. I'm not putting any more on. I like this. This is nice, isn't it? It's a pretty little thing. Except that we haven't actually got that green bar there yet. So
That closes my
5 minutes.
arrows.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you
All
later.
right, let's call it that. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thanks,
Is this
Alan.
going on YouTube?
Yeah, it will be.
Sweet. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. That's it for now.
That's
Have a
it for now.
wonderful, what you call, day.
Lunchtime.
Yeah. All right. Cheers. Bye.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.